Let's be honest, everyone is saying that CS2 trading is dead, and they're kind of right. The days of flipping a skin for a quick profit are over. The gold rush has ended, and if your strategy is just to buy the next new shiny item and pray, you're gonna have a bad time. But what if the market being smarter also makes it more predictable? What if the market corrections aren't random, but they follow a pattern? I got tired of guessing, so I built a system to find these collections that are primed for a rebound. It comes down to 3 simple rules. This isn't about guessing which skins are going to increase in price based on how nice they are, how clean they look. This is about finding the broken parts of the market and betting on their repair. Here's how. First, you need to find a broken machine. Imagine a vending machine where you have to put in $2 worth of tokens to get a $1 candy bar. It's a money-losing deal. Nobody would want to use it. This is a trade-up with a low or negative EV. It's where the cost of the 10 input skins is more than the average value of the skin you get out. Our first step is to find these broken, unprofitable trade-ups that everyone is ignoring. Next, you want to find a broken machine in a neighborhood that's about to get hot. Imagine you own a little souvenir shop on a quiet boardwalk, but you see that a massive luxury resort is being built at the end of the street. Your shop is still quiet, but you know a rising tide will lift all boats. This is our case price floor. When we see the price of the case itself starting to rise, that's our luxury resort. It means the demand for the high-tier items in the collection is growing, and that value will eventually pull everything else up with it. We want to find the broken machine, which is the trade-up contract, in a good neighborhood. Finally, the catalyst. Imagine a factory that's been flooding the market with cheap widgets for years. Then you find out it's shutting down production, and the flow of new widgets is going to stop. The existing ones are going to be much more scarce. This is a supply drought. When the data shows the opening or trading volume of a case is decreasing, that's our factory shutdown. The flood of low-tier skins is ending, and this is the final piece of the puzzle. A broken trade-up in a rising neighborhood with supply that's about to dry up. It's the ingredients for a perfect storm. So I built a script that executes this exact strategy. Find a low EV, rising case price in a supply drought. I ran it on the market, and this is what I found. My script found 23 collections that met this criteria 30 days ago. Of those, 18 collections showed a positive potential return, nearly 80%. This tells me that these market inefficiencies are everywhere if you know the pattern to look for. And the data confirms rule 1. The key predictor was a 30-day EV. The collections with the most potential were the ones with the most negative EV, the most broken machines. They had the biggest imbalances to correct. Let's take a look at the top performer, Esports 2013 collection. It's an absolute fossil of a collection, and it had a massively negative EV of $91. It was a completely broken trade-up, but its case price was high and stable, and its supply has been drying for a decade. It meets all 3 rules perfectly. Now a more modern example, the Chroma 3 collection. It's number 2 on our list. It had a negative EV of $3, not as broken, but still unprofitable. Crucially, its supply volume was dropping by 20%, and its case price was stable and rising slightly. The system correctly flagged this as a prime candidate for a correction. So what does the system ignore? Let's take a look at the Fracture collection at the bottom. Why did it fail? The EV wasn't massively negative. Its trade-up was already close to balanced. There was no big inefficiency for the market to even correct. No broken machine, no opportunity. So this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about finding a pressure in the system and betting that the market will do what it always does, return to balance. But this is just my theory and some quick data analysis. I want to know what you think. Is this a viable trading strategy? What pitfalls do you see? What am I missing? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to have a real conversation about this. Before I close out, make sure you check out my Twitch channel. I run 1v1 bot fights where you can use your channel points as roulette to win free skins. If you enjoyed this different take on the market, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.